Hello beautiful people, and welcome to this video. The video you've just seen is from a dance piece called Responsibility, and I'm hoping that's what we chat about today, about what it means to be a responsible person and what it could look like. Before we get into that, I do want to invite you again to the 4th of November on the wonderful, beautiful retreat with beautiful people where there will be art, music, food, ceremonies, tea ceremonies, and also deep, meaningful chats about sexuality. The online retreat will be called Sexuality Beyond Sex, which is something I think is very important in our times to discover, to see how it looks like. The online retreat is 6 hours. You can choose to attend just an hour. You can choose to attend for the whole 6 hours. If you'd like more information about the retreat, please email me below. I've left my contact form below, and then I'll get back to you and give you all the details. Also, you can also email me for my Discord group, which I'll talk about very soon. You could also email me about one-on-one sessions, whatever it is that you feel is what you need this moment. Getting into the video about responsibility. This is our topic right now, so it feels so fresh in my heart because it's our topic this week on our Discord group. So what we do on a Discord group for the whole week, we have a topic that we are talking about, and taking responsibility is something all of the group is people that are creatives, so it's something that creatives we can struggle with sometimes because there's just a lot that we could blame for in our lives. We could blame the culture for not appreciating art enough. We could blame the agents for not doing the work. We could blame publishers for not taking our writing. There's just a lot that you could blame as a creative. So to have a whole week that we are talking about, and we're sharing our own discomforts and we're sharing our own truths about what it has been like taking on responsibility, has been wonderful. And then on Friday, so Monday to Thursday, we're chatting about it on text, and then on Friday we have a group call where we now are able to just chill and discuss and look at everything. So that's what happens at a Discord group. But I thought I'll bring this here, the responsibility matter and how important it is to take on responsibility. I took some notes. Now, when you begin if you've gone through the journey of working on your life, or the journey of just analyzing your life and looking at it, at how it's going, what's going on and what's not, you have come across a situation whereby you realize that somewhere, somehow, what you were taught at school, or this kind of school you went to, the kind of parents you had, what you were taught at home, has affected how you look at life now. And that can get you on a spiral of blame, of like, oh my goodness, this is how my parents treated me. They shouldn't have treated me like that. Or this is how my neighbors treated me. They shouldn't have treated me like that. This is how the school was treating me. They shouldn't have treated me. This is how the government was treating me. They shouldn't. And you can get into this loophole of the blame game, either blaming this and that because of their past. And it's understandable, and I believe that phase is important, to go through that phase. But as time goes on, you realize that one, you can't go back and change the past. They also can't. Maybe they can apologize, maybe they can change, but they can't change how they treated you in the past if you came across that. So what's important is to transcend that and take on responsibility, because although it is their responsibility to take care of a child and everything else, but where we are at right now, how we react to all the situations that were given to us or that we found is as important as the situation itself. Does that make sense? And I've got some tips on how to do that. The first tip I have is going from life I've been given to life I have chosen. To change your language around your life. Instead of, this is the life I've been given. This is the life, I think there's an English saying that says these are the cards I was dealt, which is a beautiful saying, by the way. But to start and go from that to, this is the life I've chosen. This is so empowering to say that, because you start to see that there is so much choice, not 100%, probably 80% of your life has to do with choice. That there is so much choice, even if you can't choose what the situation is, there is so much choice in choosing, oh, this is how I want to respond to this situation. This is how I want to react to this situation, or this is how I want to blend for such a situation. Does that make sense? So that's the first thing, is just realizing how much choice there is and how much every day we are choosing who we become, what's going on, how well we are or how unwell we are. So that is my first tip for that. And then my second tip has to do with finding your own magnificence. There are plenty of ways, because what we usually do is we look at people as mirrors, which is also good. There's nothing wrong with that. But we look at people as mirrors and we want them to show us how magnificent we are, how great we are, how beautiful we are, how good we are, and all of that. Instead of relying on the mirror, which is the other people, relying on other people, instead finding that magnificence inside of us and being like, you know what, I need to be the one that knows how magnificent I am, how beautiful I am, how good I am, and all these wonderful things, especially if you're creative, especially if you're an artist. You definitely have to know first before asking us, do you think my music is good? Do you think my writing is good? Do you think my drawing is good? Before asking us, getting into a place of, I want to know if I think so. I want to see the greatness first before you see it from others, because we are then setting ourselves up for disappointment if all we are relying upon is other people's opinions about us and other people's messaging about us. And that is important. Once I've done the work of looking at myself and looking at who I am, then it's important to get the feedback from the people to see where the what do you call it, constructive criticism, I think it's called like that, where you can get like positive criticism that is going to help you become a better person. So finding your own magnificence. And if you want to know plenty of ways of finding your own magnificence, you can check out a program that I have, Back to Your Joy in 3 days, and that program can help you recognize and see where your magnificence is and where your genuineness, your individuality is. All right, the third one is a word I don't usually use, forgiveness, and I'm using it so that I can just bring the point home. Because somewhere, somehow, as you are learning about your past, as you are learning about things that are happening, there are some spaces where you start to blame yourself, where you start to feel bad for yourself. How did I allow myself to be taken advantage of? How did I allow myself to be treated that way? Or whatever it is that you're going through, that you start blaming yourself, you start wondering why you were in this situation and you were not in this situation. And this is where forgiveness is so important. And I want to remove the word forgiveness and say this is where moving on is important. This is when realizing I didn't know then, I wasn't this age then, I wasn't where I was at right now then, and it's okay. I'm moving on from it. And now you can look into the future and be like, okay, in the future, this is how I want to react into a situation like this. This is how I want to now look at what it is that is happening now that I might not be seeing. So the blame doesn't stop with, don't be blaming your parents and everybody else, but also with yourself, to not be stuck in a blame game of blaming yourself. So that's what I wanted to talk about when it comes to responsibility. Let me see if I did everything. Yes, I did. That's what I wanted to talk about when it comes to responsibility, especially as an artist, to really take responsibility for your own work, to take responsibility for how you see it, because there's a lot of factors that are available. There's a lot to be blamed. I could blame YouTube for not showing my videos to 100,000 people. I could blame the culture. I could blame so many things, and I think that can really bring us down to a point of not doing anything. So how about we move from that and we move more into a space of acceptance, into a space of finding where we can be more flexible in all of that. Now that we're done with the video, I do want to invite you to my Discord group where we discuss these things even further, because you're not just hearing my own opinion, you can hear the opinion of others who are also going through the same thing, and it could be beautiful to be in a group like that. So if you would like to join the Discord group, there is a link below. Click on the link. It will ask you for a subject and a message. On the subject, you can just tell me Discord group, and then on the message, you can let me get to know you a little better and other things that you might be interested in, and I will be in touch with you. Thank you for watching.